everyone, Diva here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing something different than I usually do. Today I'm going to show you guys my Yu-Gi-Oh! Mermail Atlantean deck profile. I'm a really big Yu-Gi-Oh! Player, I really like the trading card game, and I hope you guys can make some inspiration for your own deck if you want to play this deck. It's a Mermail Atlantean deck, it's based around water monsters, it rips cards out of your opponent's hand on your first turn, so you can make your opponent go into the first turn with like 3 or 2 or maybe 1, but never pull that off, instead of 5 cards. So let's jump into it. First card, you play triple Deepsea Diva. Diva is actually your best normal summon in the deck because she brings out Neptibus. Neptibus is actually your combo maker, so you obviously play also 3 Neptibus, the Atlantean Prince. He sends Atlanteans as cost to the graveyard, then searches another Atlantean, which is pretty neat because even if your opponent ashes your Neptibus, you can still send an Atlantean to grave to trigger their effect. Then you play triple Deepsea Minstrel. Minstrel, actually you want to open Minstrel in your opening hand, so you can ditch her to the graveyard with another water monster, and then rip a card out of your opponent's hand. So if your opponent only has 1 hand trap, you can rip the hand trap and then go full combo on them. And it also gives you a bit of information on what your opponent is playing, so that's pretty good. You play triple your searcher, triple Atlantean Dragoons. Dragoons, as soon as he's sent to the graveyard to activate the effect of a water monster, like Neptibus or Minstrel, he can search off a Sea Serpent, any Sea Serpent in your entire deck. For the last 2 Atlantean monsters, I play 2 Atlantean Heavy Infantry and 1 Atlantean Marksman. With Infantry and Marksman, the same as with Dragoons, they trigger their effect when they send to the graveyard by a water monster. Infantry pops face-up cards and Marksman pops face-down cards. For the Mermail engine, I play only 1 Abyss Spike, triple Mermail Abyss Deus, and 1 Mermail Abyss Megalo. Abyss Spike I actually only play him because I'm using him as a combo in combination with Abyss Deus, and Abyss Deus and Dragoons. Then you search Abyss Spike, you normal summon Abyss Spike, you go full combo on your opponent. Abyss Deus is a really good card for free off because you can special summon him by ditching a water, so if you ditch a Dragoons you can still search a Sea Serpent. And this is a special summon, so if you start with these 2, you can search another Sea Serpent like Diva, Neptibus, and you can with Abyss Deus search Abyss Spike, so you have these 2 or these 2 in your opening hand, if you open these 2. Then for the other water monsters, I play 1 Moon Glacier. Moon Glacier is actually your, you have to be very careful with Moon Glacier, because if he's destroyed or even leaves the field, you have no battle phase the next turn, which is pretty bad for you, but also he rips 2 cards out of your opponent's hand, which is a really good effect, but you have to actually have 5 waters in your graveyard, precisely 5, not more, not less. The other water monsters, I play 3 Swap Frogs and 1 Ronin Toin. Ronin is just a special summon from Swap Frog if he's in the graveyard. Swap Frog is just an extra normal special summon by ditching another monster on the field. I play 1 Lapis Dragon, 1 Aqua Spirit, and 2 Fishborg Launchers. Lapis Dragon, as soon as he's added from the deck to the hand, even if you draw him, like in your draw phase, you can reveal him to your opponent, then special summon him. Aqua Spirit, banish a water to special summon herself, which is just an extra special summon. Fishborg is your Jet Synchron for the deck. If you have only 1 Fishborg Launcher in your graveyard and only water monsters in your graveyard, you can special summon him from grave, but he banished when he leaves the field. So that are all the monsters for you, let's get off to the spells. So for all the spells you're playing, I play 1 Upstart Goblin, Monster Reborn, 1 Called by the Grave, 1 1 for 1. These are just your generically limited spell cards, which are just really good cards. Call by hand trap negate, 1 for brings out Deepsea Diva if you have no other good monsters in your hand. Upstart Goblin gives you 1 draw to give your opponent 1,000 life points, but you know, the one draw is worth it. Then I play triple Deepsea Aria. You can banish 1 water from your graveyard to search a level 4 or lower Sea Serpent. If you have 3 spell cards in your hand and 2 Minstrel, and one of the spells is Deepsea Aria, you can still go off banish the 2 or discard the 2 Minstrel with an effect to rip 1 card out of your opponent's hand, then activate Deepsea Aria to search another Sea Serpent like Diva or Neptabis. Then I play 2 Pot of Average, 1 Moray of Greed, and 1 Abyssal of Mizuchi. Pot of Average is just to recycle your combo pieces because the deck really goes fast through its materials. Moray of Greed is a hand recycler, just shuffle 2 water monsters back into your grave, then draw 3. Pretty good draw card. Abyssal of Mizuchi is because we play 1 Mermail Abyss Megalo, and this is just an equip card, 2 Mermail monsters, then the first spell your opponent activates negated. 3 extra deck. The synchro monsters we play White Aura Whale, Borrowed Savage, Psyframe Lord Omega, and Emancipated Risen Dragite, and 1 Desert Locust. Locust is actually your summoning for Crystal Hulky 5 bricks, because you can special summon this card during your opponent's turn, and it's counted as a synchro summon, and when he is synchro summoned, the turn player discards a card. So if you make this on your opponent's turn, your opponent has to discard a card. Dragite is just a spell or trap negator, as long as you have water monster in your graveyard. Psyframe Lord Omega, once per turn, banishes a random card from your opponent's hand. Savage, Omni Negator. White Whale is just a big beater, can make 2 attacks, piercing, can float itself. So those are the synchro monsters you're playing. The Exceed monsters, I only play 1 Bahamut Shark and 1 Totally Awesome. Bahamut Shark, really easy to make in combination with another link monster in the deck, and the Dragoons in the deck. Toad, you can make him with Sword Frog or with Bahamut Shark. I mostly make him with Bahamut Shark in combos. And for the link monsters, I play 1 Boar Sword Dragon, 1 Appaloosa, 2 Marines and Coral Anemone. I tried playing this 1, but I brought it back to 2. I play 1 Mermail Abyss Glacier, Bushinki Aoshima 1 copy, 1 Crystal Hulky 5 bricks, and 1 Link Karibo. So Boral Sword Dragon, really end game for you because he can attack twice. Appaloosa is just a monster negator. Coral Anemone, once per turn you can special summon water from your grave to one of our links he points to. The only problem is for the rest of that turn you're locked into water monsters. So be careful with it, but it's really useful in your first turn. Mermail Abyss Glacier is pretty unique. When she's destroyed, you can send any water from your deck to the graveyard, then special any water from your grave in defense. So if she's destroyed and you send a Atlantean Dragoon, maybe you have Dragite already in grave, you special summon the Dragite back, you will have a big monster with a spell Trap Negator on the field, Dragoons in grave which search another water or Sea Serpent actually from your deck. Bushinki Ashima, really neat combo piece for your combo, gonna show that later. Crystal Hulky 5 bricks, special summons a tuner, really nice. Link Karibo, because if you only have Diva in your hand, you can't make the perfect board, but you need Link Karibo to end the board with. So those are all the extra deck cards. I'm gonna show you now the 1 card combo with Deepsea Diva. Alright, for your 1 card combo with Deepsea Diva, you only need Diva in your hand. You're gonna normal summon Diva, activate her effect, to special summon a Neptabis from your deck. Then you're gonna activate Neptabis effect to ditch a Dragoons to the graveyard to add a Dragoons to your hand. Then Dragoons effect will trigger in grave. He will search your Lapis Dragon. And now Lapis Dragon is added to the hand, so what he does, you reveal him, you special summon him to your side of the field. Then you're gonna link off with Lapis Dragon and Deepsea Diva into your Crystron Hulky 5 bricks. Hulky 5 bricks effect, he will special summon a Fishboard Launcher from your deck. Now you're gonna link these two off into your Bushinki Ahashima. Then Bushinki effect will activate, he special summons 2 monsters with the same level, 1 from your hand, 1 from your grave, and you have to instantly exceed summon with those monsters. So you're summoning the Dragoons from grave and the Dragoons from your hand, and you're gonna overlay these 2 into your Bahamut Shark. You're gonna activate Shark's effect, detach your Dragoons to special summon your Totally Awesome from deck. Dragoon's effect will activate because he sent to the graveyard to activate the effect of a water monster. And he will search your Moon Glacier. Now, as you look in your grave, you have actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 water monsters in grave, which allows you to special summon your Moon Glacier, which already rips 2 cards out of your opponent's hand, so you have already 2 cards away from your opponent. Then you're gonna special summon your Fishbook Launcher from grave. And then for your final turn, you're gonna link Fishbook away for your Link Karibo. And this is mostly the board you're ending on. You have 2 cards ripped out of your opponent's hand. In your opponent's turn, you can banish Crystal Helki Vibrix to synchro summon into Desert Locust, which also rips another card out of your opponent's hand. You have a spell trap of an Omni Negate with totally awesome. You can, even if your opponent doesn't break your board and you sacrifice Toad, return him to the extra deck. Next turn you can detach Bahamut Shark to special summon Toad again. You have Link Karibo, which is actually just a bit of damage stopper, but it's the only Link 1 I could actually found for this 1-card combo. So that's the board you're ending on. So that was my Mermail Atlantean Yu-Gi-Oh deck profile. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video and see you next time. Bye bye.